You've got some money saved, you know you should invest it, but every time you look at building a portfolio, you're paralyzed by choice. There are thousands of stocks, hundreds of strategies, and everyone's telling you something different. Here's what nobody tells you: you don't need to reinvent the wheel, you can literally copy and blend the strategies of the world's best investors. Hey, it's Ollie, and today I'm going to make building and backtesting your own portfolio genuinely click for you. I've spent years tracking what the smart money actually does, and here's the thing: the best investors file something called 13F forms every quarter, which means their holdings are public. We can see exactly what Warren Buffett, Michael Burry, and Ray Dalio own, and more importantly, we can blend their strategies together. But here's where most people mess up: they just copy one investor blindly instead of understanding the deeper patterns. Let me show you something fascinating. When Buffett holds Apple at 40% of his portfolio and Dalio holds it at 5%, that's not random, that's conviction weighting. Buffett is betting big, Dalio is being cautious. Now imagine you could take the conviction-weighted average of both, plus throw in insights from 3 other legendary investors. That's exactly what portfolio blending does. It takes the disclosed holdings from 2 to 5 investors, weights each stock by their average portfolio percentage, and gives extra weight to stocks that multiple gurus hold. The result? A diversified portfolio that captures the collective wisdom of the best minds in finance. Here's how this actually works in practice. First, you need to choose 2 to 5 legendary investors whose strategies complement each other. Maybe you want Buffett's value approach, Burry's contrarian bets, and Dalio's diversification principles all in one portfolio. The key is balance. Don't just pick 5 growth investors or 5 value investors. You want different styles that can perform well in different market conditions. Think of it like assembling a basketball team: you need different positions, not 5-point guards. Once you've selected your investors, the blending algorithm does something really clever. It takes all their disclosed 13F holdings and creates one master portfolio. If Buffett holds Coca-Cola at 8% and Dalio doesn't own it, your blended portfolio might hold it at 4%. But if both Buffett and Burry hold the same small biotech stock, that gets boosted because of conviction overlap. When multiple smart investors agree, that's worth paying attention to. The system typically returns your top 20 stocks, ranked by this weighted conviction score. But that's not even the wild part. The wild part is what happens when you backtest it. Before we dive into backtesting, pause and guess. If you blended Buffett, Burry, and Dalio's portfolios from their latest 13F filings, what do you think would be the number 1 stock by weighted conviction? Take a guess before I reveal it. The answer is typically a big tech name like Apple or Microsoft, because even though these investors have different styles, they often converge on certain high-quality megacaps. Now comes the crucial part: backtesting. This shows you what your blended portfolio would have done historically, and I need to be crystal clear here: past performance doesn't guarantee future results. The backtest uses those 13F holdings I mentioned, which lag about 45 days behind real time, so this is a learning tool, not a crystal ball. You'll see total return, annualized return, and how your blend compared to the S&P 500 over 1, 3, 5, and 10-year periods. Maybe your Buffett-Burry Dalio blend returned 12% annually versus the S&P's 10%, that's interesting data, but it doesn't mean it'll do that going forward. When you look at your backtest results, you're seeing 3 key concepts in action: diversification, weighting, and benchmarking. Diversification means you're not betting everything on one stock or one investor's style. Weighting means the biggest positions in your portfolio reflect the strongest convictions across multiple smart investors. And benchmarking against the S&P 500 gives you context. Did your strategy add value compared to just buying an index fund? Remember, This is about learning how portfolio construction works, not about guaranteeing you'll make money. Always do your own research and consider your risk tolerance. Here's what you can do this week. First, think about which 3 to 4 legendary investors you'd want to blend. Maybe start with Buffett for stability, add someone like Burry for contrarian picks, and throw in Dalio for diversification. Second, try the free blend builder at nexusaicalls.com/blend and see what your dream team portfolio would look like. Third, study the backtest results, but remember they're educational, not predictive. And fourth, use this as a starting point for your own research. Maybe your blended portfolio gives you 20 stocks to investigate further. Drop which investors you choose for your blend in the comments. I read them and I'm curious to see your combinations. The goal isn't to copy blindly, it's to learn from the best and build something that fits your own strategy.